Hi, everyone. My name is Luna Ramirez, and I'm the Community Engagement Specialist for BPI in Columbia, Missouri. Joining me today is BPI's Jesenia de la Torre. Jesenia, thank you so much for joining me. Do you mind starting off by sharing what it is that you do for BPI?
Absolutely. So, like you mentioned, my name is Jesenia. I've been with BPI for about 5.5 years now. So, initially, when I came onto the field, I came across BP and I started as a behavior technician. And then shortly after, I became at the time what we call a lead RBT. So, I just kind of helped support the BCPs, helped prep material, things like that. After about 2 years of doing that, I then was promoted into what we call the Apple teacher. So now it's just a clinic manager, but basically I just help kind of oversee all the kiddos here at our Aurora clinic. And so just making sure I was familiar with programming, supporting the staff. And then within the last year and a half, I am now what we call the RBT manager. So I oversee all the staff from our Aurora region. I am in charge of like the training and the scheduling piece. So just being that direct support for all of our technicians and really anything that they need, they know that they can come to me for
Wonderful. You've been very busy,
that.
it seems. So today I wanted to really just talk about you and how you maybe started off with us. Can you touch on how you got into the field of ABA to begin with?
Absolutely. So I like to say that I got kind of lucky. So, I have been applying to several positions and I came across VP on Indeed. And so when I interviewed, they gave me a second interview and I actually had not seen the email for the second interview. It went into my spam email, which I saw 3 weeks later. And at the time, I just was like, okay, there's no way they're going to hire me. But I called to explain the situation. They interviewed me there on the phone and it just was the best decision. I literally have learned so much about ABA. Everything I know, I've learned in the last 5.5 years. So it's just been such a wonderful experience for sure.
Can you actually touch on what you've learned from about ABA and what you've learned from ABA as well?
Yeah, so coming into the field, I knew nothing. I had done very little research just to kind of get my foot into the door, especially interviewing for the position, but I knew nothing about ABA. So I think just really understanding the basics and the content of what ABA is and what it means to our clients has been incredible. Also, I feel like I've learned kind of like that piece of like communicating with families. I think it's super important to just be able to be patient and understand where families are coming from. Sometimes you come across just people out in public, and sometimes it's really easy to just judge and not really know where families are coming from. So, just really understanding that back piece is something I've learned and have appreciated so much, especially being a parent. And I think something else that I truly appreciate is just that teamwork piece. I feel like our clinic is all the staff here are so helpful and they work so well together. And I think just that teamwork piece is so important. And I've learned that, working here and working with the staff I have and my coworkers. And so it's just been really wonderful. But I mean, I continue to learn and I continue to grow. And I think that that's what is so amazing about this field. Every day is so different. And so it's just wonderful.
Awesome. And that kind of leads a little bit into my next question. So you've talked about all these things that you learned about ABA and then through BPI as well. So how do you think that all those things that you've learned have helped you grow?
I think it's helped me to really just be able to communicate and to really be able to help different people. And I think, people come from different cultures, different walks of life. And I think that it's just really important to be able to understand everyone individually. Everyone learns differently, especially coming from like a trainer. I train new staff. And so being able to really collaborate with different people is super important. So I think that that has really helped. But I feel like just being in this position really helps me to just learn a ton every day and just continue growing.
That's so wonderful. My last question is kind of a sweet question. Why do you love working for BPI?
So I miss being with the children. Like I'm not direct anymore. An RBT is the one running the session. They're the ones directly working with the kiddos. So I'm kind of on the back end where I'm doing the scheduling for the staff and more working directly with the staff. So I miss being directly with the kiddos and watching their growth and just, you know, having kiddos come in and watching their progress throughout the months and the years. And just, I don't know, being like in that role I miss. And so coming in and just watching the clients every day, just seeing their faces, you know, seeing the families. I feel like that's what I love most, just being there with the learner.
That's wonderful. Yesenia, thank you so much for joining me today and telling us a little bit about your story and your background with BPI. I want to remind everyone that if you know someone or you yourself are looking to join the ABA world and become an RBT, you can check out our website or LinkedIn for job listings. And if you want to learn about BPI in general, you can go to our website, www.bpiaba.com, or by giving us a call. Thank you, Yesenia, again, and thank you everyone for joining us. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.